Yo, what's good with y'all? YouTube, y'all here, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yo, so check this out. We gonna have our first ever Q&A. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be fun. Something brand new for the channel. You know what I'm saying? I want to do something different for y'all. I know y'all gonna enjoy it. I've written down every question that y'all answered. You know, y'all texted me or whatever. I told y'all to send me a comment. Or I told y'all to send me some questions or whatever. And I did that. So I wrote it down. I wrote it down on a notebook, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be fun, you know. This is basically like a get to know me type, like a get to know me type of Q&A, personally style, very, if you don't know me, these questions you will know me afterwards. So get to know more about me. So we're gonna start off with our first question, the Q&A. So the first question we're gonna start off with, well, somebody asked me, do you have feelings for anyone? Well, I mean, I wanna say yes, I do. I mean, because I'm dating this person currently now. But I mean, I guess you could say we both have feelings for each other. I guess you could say so. So I say, yeah, I guess you could, yeah, I do. I'm an open book. I'm very open minded. So yeah, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So next question. Somebody asked me, "What is your favorite food?" It's easy. My favorite food is cheeseburgers. I grew up on eating cheeseburgers. I grew up on eating cheeseburgers since I was a kid, and I loved it ever since then. So cheeseburgers always been my favorite food since I was a kid. So yeah. Uh, Third question we have, somebody asked me, what makes you really mad that other people do? That's a very good question. What makes me really mad that other people do is damn, that's a really good question. Me personally, I probably say rush me. I think yeah, when I get rushed, me getting rushed or me being accused of something, oh that grinds my gears. That shit pisses me off. Like no joke. If you know, you know. Like oh man, I don't like that shit at all. I really don't like that. But yeah, that's not. I hate that shit makes me mad. Next question. Somebody asked me, what are your goals in the next 5 years? Well, my goals is become an entrepreneur, have my own place, uh, learn how to drive, and yeah, and just be successful in life. Those are my goals in the next 5 years. And probably become a popular streamer. For my YouTube channel. So that's gonna be fire. I can't wait. I'm excited. You know, time will tell. See what happens. But yeah. And now next question we have. Somebody asked me, what will make you smile immediately? Oh, that's easy. What makes me smile immediately is getting complimented. I love compliments. Compliments is like will put a smile on my face immediately. Like you could say something like, "Fake Mike, you look awesome." I'll start smiling right away. Or "Fake Mike, you got some nice shoes." Or you wear a nice shirt. I'm smiling automatically. I love compliments. Compliments gets me to smile for sure. Um, Next question we have is, what type of career are you interested in pursuing? That's a very good question. The type of career that I'm interested in pursuing in my life is become a very famous popular streamer. That is that's the career I want to pursue. You know, I'm taking it very slow, and I'm very confident, in the things I do. I don't like to rush into things. I take my sweet time with it as much as possible. So yeah, that's what I want to do in my life. Uh, Next question is, are you an only child? No, I'm not an only child. I have five sisters and one brother and myself. So I'm not the only child. I wish I was the only child. I'll be spoiled as hell, but I'm not the only child. No. Next question we have is, what's the meaning of life? That's like a very good question for this one who asked me that. The meaning of life, to me personally, the meaning of life to me is just, I want to say it's precious. I don't take life for granted. I take life very serious. I don't play games. I'm serious with life. Life is, you only get one life and you live it once. So y'all need to take heed. Like, y'all really need to get with the program. But me personally, the meaning in life is just really precious to me. That's all. Um, Next question is, what is my dream vacation? Me personally, my dream vacation, I want to go to Japan. Yeah, that's my dream. Go on vacation, Japan. I want to go to Japan or go to the UK. Mainly the UK though. I've always wanted to go to the UK when I was like, as a one of my travel goals. You know, basically going to the United Kingdom is my top dream vacation. No joke. I like to see the culture. I want to see the people there. I want to see how everything is, the style, the food, everything, the lifestyle of the United Kingdom. I want to see what's going on over there. But yeah, next question we have is, what is something that instantly puts you in a good mood? Hmm, Something that puts me in a good mood, listening to some music. Like music will literally like stop everything. It's either me playing some music or playing some video games, but mainly music. Like listening to one of my favorite songs will definitely like turn a frown into a smile or etc. So that shit will put me like, I have a bad day. The minute I turn one of my favorite songs on, I'm instantly gonna like start smiling and just like cool, calm, collected style. So yeah. Uh, Next question we got is, do you like sports? If so, what are your favorite teams / players? I do like sports. I like basketball. I like basketball, I like football. Mainly basketball, obviously. If you know, you know. But basketball is top. Favorite teams? I want to say New York Knicks. Yeah, the New York Knicks because it used to be New Jersey Nets back in the day, but that's Brooklyn Nets now. So I probably say New York Knicks. Favorite player? Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook because I used to be an Oklahoma City Thunder fan growing up also as well too. And Russell Westbrook was one of my favorite players of all time. So yeah, Russell Westbrook is like Russell Westbrook is my favorite player of all time. Number 12 is, what is your favorite artist, song, and an album? Very good question. My favorite artist is Nas. Nasty Nas Escobar, one of the best. He the GOAT. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Nas the best rapper of all time. Yeah, my favorite. Well, Nas is my favorite artist of all time. My favorite song, I want to say, that's a good question. My favorite song is DMX Dogs for Life. That's my shit. And my favorite album is that Nas I Am the Autobiography. Favorite album of all time. On God. You know what I'm saying? So that's my jam right there. But yeah, number 13 we got is, what do you like doing most during your free time? Oh, playing video games. Like either playing video games, either playing video games or recording videos for y'all. Recording videos and making soundtracks for y'all. That's what I do on my free time. If you know, you know. Or maybe going live for y'all too, like streaming for y'all, etc. Uh, okay, now this next question is about to get a little. Now this is going to the section on the sexual side. I ain't going front with y'all, but this next question, somebody asked me what turns you on the most. I can't necessarily say that. That's a little private, but for all my LGBTQ, if you know me personally, you know what my favorite turn on is. I'm not gonna say it. If you know, you know. Yeah, we're gonna keep it like that. you know. Uh Next one is, what is it? Well, next somebody asked me, what's your biggest hot take? Oh, that's a good question. Uh my biggest hot take, hmm, that's a very good question. I ain't gonna lie. My biggest hot take, I gotta say, oh, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, honestly, I think I might get hated for this, but I gotta say, uh, I'm gonna say gummy bears are disgusting. I hate gummy bears. Gummy bears are nasty as fuck. Oh God, gummy bears is awful. I hate gummy bears. That shit nasty as fuck. Like, oh my goodness, I don't know who can eat gummy bears. Like that shit nasty. Uh, 16 is next one is, somebody asked me, what's your perfect date? My perfect date. I mean, I don't really. I will say. Nah, I can't necessarily say that. I mean, I never necessarily had a perfect date. Honestly, you know, I never really had a perfect date for real in my life. You know, despite my current relationship now. But I mean, I could say, nah, yeah, I never had a perfect date yet. I never had a perfect date yet. I never had one yet. But it's currently in the works, though. I will say it's currently in the works. If you know, you know. But yeah, no, I have one yet. So next one is the last thing I cried about. What's a good one? The last thing I cried about. Uh, whoa. Man. The last thing I cried about was one of my leash. This is a while back. I'd probably say one of my good friends. You know, one of my good friends had one of my good friends had got, it was over the phone too, you know. I started to cry because my good friend, one of my old best friends, you know, was really sad that, how his mother abused him and shit like that, you know. And then he was telling me everything, and I cried because I felt his pain, you know, and I felt really bad because, he's a great guy, and he went through a lot that night. So he was calling me crying and shit. It was like, yo, like this shit sucks. And I was telling him, I'm telling him like, listen, things will get better. You know, you need to leave that environment. Just like leave. You need to leave that environment. Shit like that. But that was it was heartbreaking. Um, Somebody asked me what's my favorite movie. Rush Hour Two. Rush Hour Two is my favorite movie of all time. One of the best action comedy movies. Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker, etc. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just yeah. That's my shit. Next question is, what would be your last meal? If we talk about like my last meal, if I was on death row in prison, I ain't gonna lie, my last meal will probably be a ribeye steak, medium rare, ribeye steak, jumbo shrimp, snow crab legs, snow crab legs, white rice, asparagus, 3 bottles of cranberry juice, and 1 pound of New York, 1 thing of New York style cheesecake. That's all I need. I know that's a big meal, but if it's like a death row last meal, if I was in prison, it's all I need. Give me that and I'm good. You know. Now, but number 20 is somebody asked me where did I grow up. I grew up in Elizabeth, New Jersey, born and raised. You heard? I ain't never leaving my city nor state. Shit. Eastwick, 908. 21 said, how many jobs have you had? I had 2 jobs so far. I had 2 jobs so far, working on my third one very soon. My first job, I was a dishwasher working for Newark Airport, in Newark, New Jersey. Uh, I worked for Flick International, etc. It's a company called Flick International. I worked with them from December 2023 all the way to July 2024. Yeah, July 2024. Then my second job, I worked for the housing authority. Well, Elizabeth Housing Authority, etc. I was a laborer slash construction worker. I worked for I worked for them since I worked with them from November 2024 all the way to April 2025 this year. So yeah. So yeah. Next next question. Somebody asked me, what did you think? Oh yeah. Next question said, what do you think the key? What do you think the key to a great relationship is? That's a very good question. Honestly, the key to a great relationship is you have to, number one, you have to be loyal to your significant other. You have to be loyal. You have to be trustworthy. You know, and you have to like, not necessarily match energy, but you have to, you have to have the needs for your partner, or you know, there's certain things that y'all want to do. You have to agree on certain things. You have to Communicate. Communication is key. Without communication, it's not gonna get nowhere. You got in a relationship, y'all have to we have to like do things together. You know, that's all that is. Loyalty, communication, trustworthiness. If you got all that, and if you got all that, you know, the long term will be in full effect, and it'll be successful. That's what I'm working on in our relationship right now. My relationship, we're working on that. And it's going very well. So yeah. Number 22 says, "When is your birthday?" My birthday is January 17th. I was born in 1999. So yeah, 1999 I was born. Next question is, when and how did you first come to discover? Huh, when and how did you first come to discover and play Def Jam? Ooh, very good question. That's a great question actually. So I discovered Def Jam. If we talk about Fight for New York or Vendetta, honestly, I discovered Fight for New no, I discovered Def Jam Vendetta first, actually. You know what I'm saying? I discovered Def Jam Vendetta in 2004. Yeah, 2004. Before it was like mid 2004. I discovered Vendetta first. I discovered Vendetta first. Like around like I'll say April 2004. I discovered Vendetta. Played Vendetta for like 2 to 3 4 months. Yeah, literally, I played Vendetta when I was only 5 years old back in the day. I was only 5 years old back in the day. So played Vendetta for a few months until Fight for New York come out. I was begging my mother to get Fight for New York for me. When it came out, and I actually got it the day it came out. Waiting at the GameStop or whatever. Got it. Boom. Yeah, and I fell in love with Fight for New York ever since then. 21 years ago. So yeah, it was great. Yeah, played it so many years ago. Fell in love with it at a very, very little age. But yeah, that's my shit. Um, Next question is: did you ever plan to branch out and play games in the future? Absolutely. Like Grand Theft Auto 6. When GTA 6 come out next year, oh, you best believe I'm on that. I'm on that. And also, I'm gonna be playing 2K27 next year when it come out. So yeah, but everybody going to GTA 6 next year. Like everybody worldwide is going to GTA 6, and I know I am too. On God, and I still want to play the new Mafia game. I still want to play the new Mortal. I still haven't got a chance to play the new Mortal Kombat yet. The new Mortal Kombat game that came out like last 2 years ago. So I still haven't played it yet, but I know it's probably okay. I mean, shit, I don't know, fuck. Like, but no, most definitely. Next question somebody asked me is, what's your greatest fear? My greatest fear? Shit, I gotta say, yo, honestly, I gotta say snakes, yo. Snakes, yo, I hate, yo, bro, I'm afraid of snakes. Them motherfuckers, they can bite you. One bite, you're dead. Literally, you're done. You're finished. One bite, you're done. Gangster. I don't want that. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Next question we got is, who is your favorite person in the world? My mother. My mother always supported me since then. My mother always held me. She always held me down. My mother even supported me when I came out 3 years ago with my sexuality. My mother was always there for me. She's still there for me to this day. Without my mother, I wouldn't know what the fuck I'll do myself. So my mother is my favorite person in the world. So yeah. Next question is, what did you want to be when you grow up? I wanted to be a basketball player. Because when I was a kid, I wanted to make the NBA, but dreams got shattered. Due to fucking up in high school, due to being peer pressure to be, due to peer pressure, smoking, getting lazy, etc. All that shit. High school ruined me. Dropped out of high school and shit. Because of absences, fighting, you name it. Yeah, high school ruined that for me. I ain't gonna lie. When you're a teenager, you do dumb shit. So yeah, dreams got shattered. But yeah, last question is, somebody asked me, what's the hardest decision you have to make or face? That's a very good question. Well, the hardest decision that I had to make growing back in life was I had to cut one of my best friends off, you know, that I met in high school for 6 years because he was homophobic. And it's all happened in 2022. You know what I'm saying? Just because I was in a relationship with somebody and he didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So and he got real like it was given homophobe, was criticizing me who I was dating, and he was the same one that was into it too. So he's basically being a hypocrite, and I didn't appreciate that. So yeah, it was hard. I had to cut him off. Like I blocked him on everything and told him, I said, yo, honestly, don't communicate with me ever again. I don't want to talk to you no more. Like like I'm done. I don't want to associate myself with you anymore. Like lose my number, lose my contacts, everything. We're done here. And that was my best friend from 6 years ago. But back in 2022, it's fucked up. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And the last question, 30th question, somebody asked me, how old were you? By the way, this is about to be sexual too, but very private, but I don't give a fuck. Somebody asked me, how old were you when you lost your virginity? I'll answer it because it's the last question and I don't care. But I lost my virginity when I was 11. So I know you're probably like, 11? God damn. Yeah. Lost my virginity when I was 11 years old. I'm 26 now. So that was 15 years ago. Lost my V card. But yeah, y'all. That's all the questions I got for the Q&A tonight. Um, this is fun. At least some of y'all got to know who I am. Yeah, at least some of y'all I can't even talk. I can't even talk. At least some of y'all know who Fake Mike TV is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Uh, I'm about to sign up out of here, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm going to bed. I'm tired, y'all. But if I could do another Q&A part two in the future, if y'all want me to, just leave some comments down in the comment sections down below, and let me know. You feel me? Like as always, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, y'all. I'm out.